Black men can't do anything right, apparently. Oh my goodness. So I came across this video on Instagram and I thought it was very interesting, the discussion that was being had. Because in the video, I don't know if you guys have seen it, I'm not going to show it, but there is a little girl and she's trying to twerk. Okay? Little girl, probably, I don't know, 3, 4, 5, I don't know, but little girl trying to twerk. And her father is moving something and he sees her doing this and he pops her. And she goes, oh, and runs off camera. Now, the crazy part is that guess who was being criticized? Guess, you wouldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it myself looking at the comments. The father was being criticized. Not the little girl twerking, which was clearly inappropriate. The father was being criticized. And you want to know why? Because he popped her. That's why. He popped her. It wasn't any crazy violent behavior, any just weight behind it. It was a quick little pop. Like, hey, stop doing that. Don't do that. And he's the one that's being criticized. And I'm looking at these comments and I'm just seeing man, it's game over, man. It's game over. Because what it's starting to look like is that the world just hates black men, okay? This country just hates black men for no reason. Because if you're in the household, well, now you're an abuser. Now they criticize your parenting. If you're out of the household, well, look, now it's a fatherless home. Now it's a fatherless homes, fatherless. I'm like, fatherless homes? How do black men get the rap for fatherless homes? Where did that even come from? Okay, but once again, it's a propaganda due to anti-black, within this country, which is nothing new to us. It's a catch-22. You're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. I don't understand it, and it's coming from women. That's the crazy part. It's coming, a lot of these comments. I saw one comment that I damn near fell out of my chair, okay? My brain had to reset. She commented talking about it's healthy for girls to move their hips. And that if my little girl wanted to booty pop, I kid you not, that's what she said. If she wanted to booty pop, well, I would just tell her to go in the privacy of her own room. That right there, that's the difference between little Susie and Samantha and black children. That's the difference right there. Simple as that. Just right there is the biggest difference right there. There was no corner. Go to the corner. Go to your room. You're on timeout. No, I don't know how you guys were brought up. That's not how I was brought up. Every single time you got a pop, you knew exactly why you got a pop. Even if you wanted to act like you didn't know. Or even if you disagreed why you got popped. You knew you did something or said something that was unacceptable to your mother or your father. That's why you got popped, all right? It's as simple as that. And to see these women, because it's predominantly women talking about, well, this is horrible. This is child abuse. I'm like, child abuse? Now disciplining your own flesh and blood from some degenerate behavior? Okay, now that's child abuse? They talking about, oh, it's child abuse. He should have sat down and talked with her. That's what he should have done. He should have sat down and talked with her. Now, she's going to think that, hey, showing any type of love is violence. She's going to expect that from relationships. I'm just like, how on God's green earth do you get these whole arguments, right? Like these whole entire novels, these narratives from one simple little action. It's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. And men, this is why you have got to choose very, very carefully. Because some of these women are crazy. It's as simple as that. They're crazy. If you have women who can turn this act of discipline and portray it as child abuse or view it as a negative thing or try to criticize the father for doing what he's supposed to do, which is correct inappropriate behavior as soon as he sees it, then you have to understand there are women out there that view it as such. And those women will be nothing but headaches. They will be nothing but headaches, and it will eventually, as God is my witness, it will eventually lead to a loss of freedom. That is correct. You will be behind bars. That is the end destination to every single crazy woman who believes that was child abuse. I want to give you a different perspective, because what I noticed in the video is that who did the little girl run to? Did anyone notice that? There's another hand in the video. And I would argue, I would speculate that was the mother. And the mother probably thought it was cute, probably thought it was funny, probably thought it was, oh, that's adorable, her trying to twerk and stuff like that. And that's who the little girl ran to, was the mother. That's my guess. So instead of criticizing him, because what does he do? He pops her and then looks at the person like, don't have my little girl do this. Don't have her ever do this again. That's not funny. I told you once, I've told you twice, don't do that. Now, I pray for him that the mother doesn't try and say, oh, that's child abuse. That's child abuse. And then try and take the kid away from him. Because that's what some of these cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs women are, okay? You have to understand the difference between wifey and fun. The moment you put a ring on a sock, as I've told you guys, socks are meant to be socks. That is it. They are not meant for long term. They are not meant to be raising children. They are not meant for any of that type of responsibility. When you start treating a sock not how a sock is supposed to be treated, well, then you get sock behavior. And unfortunately, if you have a child with the sock, well, the child is going to have to get sock behavior unless you cut it off right at the hip, right at the root. You have to stop it. So as a man, you are now dealing with double the issue, okay? Double the trouble. Because now you have to deal with the sock baby mama, and then you have to deal with the sock child who's imitating probably the actions of the baby mama. God forbid if it's a daughter. So this is why it's so important not to unequally yoke. Because if you do, you get some foolishness like this, and then sure enough, you get other socks talking about, oh, this is child abuse. I can't believe he would do something like that. He's just teaching her violence. That violence is okay. I'm speechless, honestly. I'm speechless that there are actually women on this planet who believe that, okay? I just thought they were just trolling. But some of these women actually believe this. And it just goes to show, perhaps if you had a father in your house who popped you when you were twerking or when you were doing some foolishness, maybe you wouldn't be in the situation you're in right now, which is manless. Okay? Or in some cases, you got a child and no man because you chose wrong. Because your father didn't tell you how to find a good man or how to be a good woman in order to attract a good man. Anyways, guys, that's the video. Let me know what you guys think. Whether or not you believe, Lucas, that is child abuse, okay? He should have just sat down with her and talked it over and just talked to her and told her why it was wrong instead of hitting her like that. It was assault. Or I believe, listen, I firmly believe you raise your kids how you want to raise your kids, and I'll raise my kids how I'll raise my kids. It's as simple as that. Very, very simple. Now, based off of that pop, that didn't seem like a one-time pop. That seemed like this is a behavior that has been brought up before. And she knows better, and the woman knows better. The mother knows better. Y'all both know better. And if I have to do this again, we're going to have a problem. Okay? If you think that he didn't talk to the mom and talk to the little girl, I don't know what to tell you. Any type of man, any type of father that is willing to stop such degenerate behavior from his little girl, more than likely is able to communicate effectively. Is more than likely, hey, nah, you don't do that. That's not what a lady does. And he's probably going to my guess, the issue is the mom. That's just my guess. Okay, that's my guess. Nevertheless, if you happen to disagree, you're more than welcome to call in during disagreement days, which are typically held Friday through Sunday. There'll be a number on screen. You call in, we duke it out. Either or, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please feel free to like, share, comment, subscribe. That fun stuff. Until next time, guys, be amazing. And men, this is why you have got to choose very, very carefully.